Jenny Worth goes to Tokyo and she comes back with the title of Miss Olympia Masters Fitness. Let's see how she beat the heavy hitters. Hello, athletes and fans of bodybuilding. I'm Lenda Murray, 8 times Ms. Olympia, and you're watching Olympia TV. Thank you for joining the ladies. To my right, Wendy Fortino, IFBB Figure Pro, 8 times on that Olympia stage. Woo! And just below her, 8 times Ms. Olympia Fitness, Adela Garcia.
Woo!
And joining us, we can use the title of Ms. Olympia, Ms. Olympia Masters Fitness, our champion in Tokyo, Jenny Worth.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What's up, Jenny? Come on, talk to
us. Finally, after 30 years.
I know. That's what girl, I'm looking at. So you stepped on the stage the first time competing in 1996. So It's been like 30 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. And what blew me away, guys, in 2002, in 2003, my last Olympia was 2004. So we both shared the Olympia stage in 2002 and 2003. And it blows me away to know that you still got it. You still got it to put on a bikini, but more importantly, to do stunts.
No.
Like you beat some heavy hitters in Tokyo.
I know.
Yeah. That's crazy because Linda and I joined. We were talking and we were like, hold on, was Tamara there? Stephanie was there. Eureka was there.
Yes.
And you just like, hello, I'm back. It's my time to shine. So tell us about it, Jenny. We're so proud of you, girl.
Yes.
I guess it was just my day. I trained. I was able to get back into a gymnastics facility. So, which really helped my training. So I was able to train the way I used to train. Unfortunately, out here in California and pretty much everywhere, when you try to get into a gymnastics center, they tell you you're too old, you're a liability, and they won't let you in.
So really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the only option is a cheer gym, which then you only get during open gym hours, which is 8 to 10 at night. And I don't need to be doing backflips at 48 years old at 10 o'clock at night, you know?
Yeah.
So didn't really work out. So finally I found this cheer gym that was able to let me in times that I wanted to get in. So I was able to push myself in doing things that I know I'm capable of, but I cannot do repetitive movement on a hardwood floor. I have way too many injuries. I have a completely torn ACL, torn meniscus, a Baker cyst of 8 millimeters, a bulging disc of 5 millimeters in my neck, a bulging disc of 7 millimeters and 5 millimeters in my neck. I tore my bicep in 2023, before that Olympia. So like all that, in order to make something perfect and consistently do it over and over again, it doesn't look like doing that on a hardwood floor. So God granted me with this facility, I was able to do that over and over again and go back to practicing 3 days a week like I used to, about 3 hours a day, and with no impact. So it was a blessing.
Oh my. So this is something new that I'm hearing here. That's really the way to go, is to be able, if you have that available to you, then you can practice and do all of that. And then when it's time to hit the hard stage that we provide you when you compete, then you can go ahead and say, okay, I'm just going to throw myself out there and try this.
Yeah. So back in the day, I never, ever once practiced on anything but a gymnastics floor. People are like, but you should practice to get used to it, or not, because the day of the show, your adrenaline's going to get you through it. There's no need to practice on a wood floor. Absolutely none. It makes no sense but breaking yourself.
Well, look who's still at it however many years later. So obviously you had the right formula.
Right, 40. You're 48 doing that?
Yeah.
Damn, girl.
OMG.
So I'm
Cool.
limited now. You know, I used to be able to do full twists, and I use the prop because it helps me with my landing with my back. It helps me with my torn ACL. So I have to watch every movement I make. But I'm still doing it, right? I know how to work around things. My shoulder this is the ability of my shoulder now. That's why I do the one arm back handspring, because it's done, it's shot. So
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wait, do that again. So I have no complaint. Like,
this is it. That's it.
And that's why you do the one hand back handspring.
Yeah, I started doing that
Wow.
this year because I realized it was so wide and it hurt so bad to land on it that I'm like, okay, let's just do my one arms. And, you know, so I'm not doing, you know, I used to be the flipper, you know, so I knew that now it's like, okay, girl, you ain't got no flips, so you better figure out what you're going to do without flips. So it's like, let me try to do what Adele does. Let me do some push-ups. Let me learn new things. So I had to basically become a whole new fitness competitor. Once you take out the flips, what was I left with? So now I have one back handspring in the whole routine. So like you have to evolve, and I have to be like, okay, if I want to still do this, me doing things that I used to do in my 20s is not even like humanly possible for me anymore. My body just can't do it. But let's see what I can do. And if it can be a winning routine, because Adele never had no gymnastics, but had incredible routines. So I can reinvent myself. I don't have to be known as the gymnast anymore, because I'm not the gymnast anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
but
just
Jenny, you know, like I was telling them, this was so crazy because we have so many shows going on, right? And I was like, oh my God, Jenny won the Olympia. Like she finally won the Masters Olympia.
Right.
Whether it's a Masters, whether you won the Olympia, and I know how important this was for you. And you know, I'm gonna get kind of teary-eyed because I remember when you were one of the ones that I wanted to be like. So
Oh my
when,
gosh.
I'm so sorry, but when she won the Arnold, I was like, oh my God, that emotion that you felt, I said, I'm gonna be that person one day. So, you know, you paved the way for a lot of us at such a young age. You started competing, and a lot of the girls look up to you, and those routines that you created, just the music from every story that you told us on that stage, it was incredible. And this is, I feel like nowadays we're missing this part in the routine. Like we try to tell the girls, tell me a story. I want to know what this routine means, because when you perform, I saw this performance and I was smiling. I'm like, oh my God, look at Jenny. You know, this is crazy, because she said it's 30 years later and you're doing all this stuff. It's incredible. And you still got it, girl. And your body, it looks probably better than it was back in the days.
Look at
you.
this.
Look at this thing.
48.
Yeah. It's incredible. And it's like it's just telling a story. And this is what the music, how
Look at that
music,
angle.
yes. Look at this. And like look at the body also. Look at how pretty your body looks.
Wow.
And all that. And then she goes here.
Yep. Tell us what went into this routine, Jenny.
Yes.
The preparation of the routine,
God.
like what skills you decided to put into it.
So the routine, first of all, the music alone is, you know, this getting the music done. How do you want to pick it? Like people are like, oh, just make up a new routine. It's like, no, it's not that easy. Like I have to feel it. I have to, what am I going to, like Adele said, like, what do you want to tell? What is the story going to tell?
Yeah.
What do I want it to look like? I want to have a little bit of everything. So the prop I had, like I said, some people were like, oh, it's easier on a prop, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just elevates me so you can see me off the ground. Yeah, the backflip. Maybe some people are scared of heights and they don't want to do a backflip off of something, you know. It helps me with the backflip. It helps me with the rotation. You know how much it takes to push, landing on the knee. The prop, I had a client make it for me, so it broke down so I could travel with it. It broke down into a box, so I had to put that thing apart. Every little piece I had to take apart and put it together. So people don't realize, oh, she's using a prop. That's it. Or like there's a lot of work behind a prop, painting it, getting the stickers for it, putting it together, taking it apart. That thing turns, it comes up, you know. So
figuring out how to transport it, how to get it from California to Tokyo.
Yeah.
what was your theme? What was your, tell us, not what was your theme, but tell us about your theme and what, your connection was to that whole concept.
So I always wanted to use the Janet Jackson song. It's kind of like
Control.
Yeah, like I'm trying to be in control right now of this situation, of this, and I felt like I can still be a firecracker, and I love rock and roll, and so I always try to bring TNT. Everybody loves TNT. Like, this is a firecracker I am. And then the song Jenny, a client said, "Dude, I heard that song. I was like, for my next routine, I'm going to use that because it says, it talks about Jenny. That's the name of the song." So
I
kind of like put it all together and just like worked it all out, and then just, it's making it up, starting it over, making it up, starting it over. And now that it's not my career, it's not my job. I have a full-time 2 careers. I have a son to take care of. So just the thought of making it up alone takes so much energy and thought. And then the costume, and then I had to find a new costume designer. And then she was in, where was she? Ireland. So we had to design it, the boot. Yeah. So it was like, how do you want it to look? And it's not cheap. The costume's $1,000. The prop was $1,000. Like, everything is a lot of money, and I don't have sponsors anymore to pay for it. So it's like, but I want to look my best. I want to be the best. So I make sure,
honey,
it comes.
You're so on point and so accurate and so perfectly timed and slowed down. It's like, all I can say is that when a routine is completed, like Adele and we were talking about, like, I should remember, like, you through this right now, like that one move where you went to the angle on an angle, like that's strength. It was accuracy. It was on point. Like, woo.
And so then it's the recording it, watching it, which angle looks better. No, I'm going to change that angle, recording it, watching it, which angle looks better, recording it, watching it. No, I can make that look better. I mean, at the end of the day, there were some mess ups. It could be better, but just trying to make it the best that I can. And plus the day before the show, I have vertigo now with age, and I couldn't even get out of the bed the day before the show. I was like,
are
Lord,
you serious?
I have to get to the tanning. Lord, please bless me. I have to get up. I have to make it there. Just let me get to the tanning and hopefully pray to God.
What?
So
I think it's that the vertigo thing is something about, I don't know, bro. I did get vertigo at 1.2, and trust me, it's the scariest thing ever. So for you to be able to make it, to doing all those flips and all that stuff, that is incredible. So I want to ask you about your the routine outfit too, because a lot of the time, nowadays, like I don't want the girls to hate me, but I'm just going to be straightforward. It's like, I want to see everything put together. Like, it's just everything looks, everything have to match what you're doing. You don't want to go and get a costume out of like the little store. Like, you want to
Halloween.
Exactly. You want to bring this to life. Like, and that's one thing about you. I was telling Linda in Jantana Classic, when you came up with this routine in that motorcycle, I wish we could find it.
What year was that, Adele?
What year was that, Jenny? Like the motorcycle and the dark that in 2001?
2001. No, 2000.
2000. Yeah, you did a 2000. You won. You won the overall.
Yes.
Yeah. That was 2000.
Yes. That's like, I competed with her. She did this routine.
Okay.
And the light was all dark. And all you see is.
We brought black lights with us in the truck, and we put them all up on the stage. So when it came time to perform, we had them shut the lights off.
I found the 2000 Olympia routine. Is it the same routine you did there?
They cut the black lights out on that one. You should have told me. I would have sent it to you.
Oh,
they didn't let you use it. So tell us about what you did for that routine, because I didn't know that you went through all that.
Oh,
all those lights.
Yeah, so they let me use it at Olympia. They just didn't put it in a video, I guess, because of the lighting situation. So it was actually part of it at the Olympia. I had the lights there, but it didn't make it to the video. But I didn't.
You had the catsuit round where you guys had to wear your black suit.
Yeah, this is in 2000. Yeah, we had to do the 45-second routine.
Can you imagine having to do that now?
I know.
Oh my God, no.
And see, that's what the athletes don't realize, like how we've just evolved. Things have changed so much for the better that you guys had to wear this for your routine.
Look at you.
Wow.
The thing
So
it was practicing, like doing that. You had to do 2 different routines when you go to practice, you know? So it was like, wow, I got to do a whole nother routine. Like at 48, I couldn't be doing all that.
So this was like back in the day. So we have 4 rounds. So we had the 45-second routine where we had to execute 6 mandatory rounds with a 45 second piece of music.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do the 1 piece, the 2 piece, and the routine at nighttime. Let's watch this routine here. This was an awesome one too. Yes.
So for all the viewers watching, this is her 2000 Olympia routine.
So those are the black lights you see, but they didn't show it in the video, unfortunately.
I see.
Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. I love these videos.
It just brings you back to the old days.
Yeah.
You know, old school. This is how we make things happen, no matter what. Like we found our ways. So
Did you think back then when you're doing your routine on the Olympia stage in 2000, did you ever imagine that 25 years later you'd be stepping on the stage still at it and like kicking butt?
No.
I mean,
Isn't that something?
So like these flips now, I can't do all that.
wow.
My back, my knee, my shoulder.
One arm back handspring. That was like the big thing. And then
That's whenever, and then they cut the part off. But yeah.
You know, Jenny, you were so just such a powerful name that I actually thought you won the Olympia already. So I wasn't sure. I remember when the buzz was out that you were coming back. And I was like, oh, well, because I just know, you know, you're an amazing athlete. But that's the impact that you had, you know, on the sport and all of us. You were so amazing. I'm like, she won the Olympia. And I'm looking through this long list and I'm like, I can't find Adela. Did she win the Olympia? And Adela's like, no, she didn't. She placed second. So second was the highest at the Open Olympia, right?
Yeah.
wow.
that's incredible. And then you just tell us about your training back in the days, because I know I see people nowadays trying to do the same old stuff, pushing a truck, pulling a truck. And this is thing that Jenny will do when she was training back in the days. I'm like, what is she doing now? Because you know what? Like, I want to be like this girl. So I'm following her. I'm watching everything that she's doing and what she's eating and how much cardio she's doing. I remember one time you told me, Jenny, yeah, so for my prep, I think I did 2,000 hours of cardio or something like that, because that's the kind of stuff that she will do. She will record how much cardio she did for her prep. So talk to us a little bit about your old school prep, like back in the days.
Or what you're doing now.
Yeah, so back in the day, it was intense. So basically, I lived in the concentration camp because I lived at Dodd's house.
Oh my God.
And he would wake me up early in the morning, and we would go ride the bikes. And then I took up running because he said, "You're bottom heavy. You need to bring your legs down. So you need to start running." I was like, I sprint. And then he goes, "You need to start running outdoors." So I was like, it's in the middle of Miami. It's hot. So I got to where I was running 5 miles in the morning, 5 miles in the afternoon, and 5 miles at night, all outdoors, to break my legs down, to make them a smaller version, right?
Are you serious?
And I would go get shoes, and they're like, "Are you getting ready for a marathon?" I'm like, "No, I'm getting ready for a fitness competition on no carbs. So give me my shoes so I can get out of here." But so it was a lot of running, a lot of pushing cars, a lot of just like heavy weights, just really, really intense stuff, and all like on no carbs, you know.
On top of your routine training.
And then I remember Dodd would be like, "That doesn't count as anything." I'm like, "But I just did 3 hours. It can't count as like 30 minutes of cardio." It's like, "No, that doesn't count." So I'm like, dang. So
Oh, man.
yeah, it was hardcore. And then I would be in in the garage on the bike, right? So one time I was in the garage on the bike and I was watching the Olympias, and he comes out there and he goes, "You're not going hard enough. Pick it up." I'm like, "I'm going as hard as I can. This is my 3rd hour." So it was just, this is the crazy story. So he didn't know that his wife had just took up bowling. So she started bowling classes, right? So he picked up this bag that was sitting there and he fucking threw it, and he thought it was just a bag. And I went back, it was a bowling ball in a bag. I flew back because I wasn't going hard enough, hit the ground. I got up, I came swinging. I was like, "Damn." He was like, "Sabina, I think Jenny just left running." She left. So I was mad. So where did I go? So we used to have the Key Biscayne Bridge. I went to run it. He comes, "Jenny, get in the car. I knew where I'd find you." I was like, "I'm doing my cardio. Just leave me alone."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, "God, I can't believe it." But he goes, "Just get in the car, But so
well, we're glad that you're still here and alive.
A bowling ball.
Yeah, he thought it was just a bag. He was like a 300-pound guy. He picks up something that's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we laugh about it now.
You still in touch with him too?
Yeah.
So I believe that he used to get in when you guys were flying, he will be in the airplane. He's like, "I need to do some push-ups," and he was just, we missed those days. It was just a fun time. And like, I remember you couldn't eat a freaking M&M, because if you eat an M&M, tell me about your M&Ms, you will go and do cardio.
Yeah, Bob teases me about that to this day. "Just have one M&M." I'm like, "No, I can't do it. I'm gonna have to go do cardio if I eat it."
People might think that this sounds like, that sounds like a disorder on the outside looking in. But if you think about it, okay, it's not about the M&M affecting you. It's like you're training your mind to be able to overcome anything and to be so strong. And there's something that happens. There's something that you connect with your mind and your body and your soul when you like completely, commit yourself fully to your goal. And it's not like the M&M having an effect on you or not. It's that the fact that you're so committed, you're convincing yourself like, "I'm in this. I am winning this," and that ability to maintain that level of discipline for as long as you have is absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So Jenny, looking at your history, you started competing in the NPC in 1996. And then you go consecutive, you turn pro, you go all the way to 2003, and then you take a break, and then you return to the stage in 2017. You took a little break again. It seems like before 2023, because you competed at 2 shows in 2023, 3 shows in 2024, and now you go and you win the Masters Olympia Fitness. So, as an athlete, can you tell us about the different Jennies, like the way you saw this sport? Because I think that athletes really need to know. Sometimes it's like you can be really full of yourself. I mean, we're great athletes. We perform. We're amazing. We're young. We can do all kind of things. We think we're the sun and the world revolves all around us. And then we're like, "Oh, you know what I mean? There's too many competitions and I don't understand. Why don't you do it this way? And why don't you do?" And then you step outside of that. You have a child. You realize like, "Oh my God, I can't stay in this kind of condition or this kind of shape." But for you to go a whole 30 years and somehow find a way to still maintain your physique, and not just your physique, your mental ability to allow yourself to do a flip. Tell us about that journey.
Well, I guess being back here now, my old self. So I took a break, and the break came from, some things happened that like, it just, my path led me into not competing anymore. Some things happened that like was never talked about. Like, I guess, like, honestly, I didn't really want to step away, but like stuff happened, with Dodd, like my coach, like, I mean, it's nothing now, but like back in the day, it was like for him to an altercation came in with him and Big Jim, and that destroyed my world. And I thought, and then he told me he couldn't train me anymore. So for me, I was done, so I gave up. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
That's okay.
It's okay, girl. You know what? This is good to talk about, Jenny.
Baby.
Yeah,
it's the real deal. Let these athletes know, though, it's not the end of the world. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sometimes we think it's the end of the world, but it's not the end of the world. And this is great. Go on.
Girl, you need.
I gave up on my dream. I quit because of something I thought was going to destroy me, but really, maybe it didn't. I just started at the time, and I thought I can't do it without God. I'm done. So,
well, this is the thing is if this is your opportunity to share with your fans and your followers. I mean, we're here for this. This is your opportunity to have a platform. So if you want to share with us, a little bit more about, what you went through, it could help, other people that are watching. I mean, this is your time. Like, you have the floor and let us know what you went through, how you're feeling. You know what I mean?
I mean, it was something that was never talked about. No one knew about it. It was like just the people that were close. They just like, Jenny disappeared, and then it was like the whole hotel room that people thought I destroyed my hotel room, but I'm not that kind of person, it's like I'm not blaming it on Kelly Ryan, but she was in the hotel when we left, and we got confirmation from the bellsman that my hotel room was just fine. But later on down the line, you find out that her and Craig killed someone, so it only makes sense that when you used to leave, you leave the latch, so you just get your stuff and you just. So that's how we left it. But the confirmation was the bellsman confirmed that nothing was wrong with the room. But rumor was Jenny's the sore loser. And then the whole thing with the Dodd having a confirmation with Big Jim. It was just I felt like everything was over. I was done. So I quit before I quit on my.
What year was this?
This 2003. 2002 is whenever the hotel room, and then at the Olympia, that's when that happened. And then 2003, my head wasn't in it.
I'm not caught up on this. What
I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you. So I'm going to tell you. So back in the days, there was between Jenny and Kelly, that was the big thing. There was, they were going back and forth. It was either Jenny or going to be Kelly. And it was a competition, but somehow the competition turned into a bad thing in a way that happened at the Arnold Classics. They messed up the room and they blame it on Jenny. So they started saying that it was Jenny. And then at the end, we ended up finding out that it was
what was wrong with the room?
They destroyed the room after they shook out. Somebody went in, they did something to the room, and they blame it on Jenny. But you know what? It's it come to find out that was not Jenny. And, a few years later, this happened with Craig and Kelly.
With Craig and Kelly.
Right. And I can speak to this because, honestly, I was when I won the Olympia, it was supposed to be, that back in the days, it's Kelly's the next one. I was hearing stuff about me, and I step away because I'm I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want nobody to do something to me. And then this stuff happened, It's it just turned ugly in a way. And Jenny, you don't, I went through my stuff too, and you and I spoke on the phone one time when Mandy Blind passed away. So, I was in a dark place. It is your time to shine and to tell people, because people need to know, and you need to get this stuff out of your chest. And nobody's here to judge you. A lot of athletes, they need to hear this. All we see is glory and beautiful things, and they don't see what goes on behind the doors. And this is important for you to share, because look at where you stand now. I mean, this is behind you, girl.
Well, I was training celebrities. I was doing that, but that put me back in the dark place. I was slipping away into the dark place again. And I'm okay, so now what? I went back into DJing, and we all know that DJing doesn't go well with the workout.
Yeah, because it's a nightlife, the nightlife.
So I found myself slipping again, and I was slipping away, and then I got pregnant. So thank God. Like, competing always brings me back to that's why I started competing in the beginning, because I was in a dark place, and that brought me out of the dark place. And then I got pregnant, and it got me straight again. So in the mix of all that, after having my son, like, if I would have carried on with the dream, I wouldn't have him. So I have no regrets, and I wouldn't be able to help as many people as I've helped and come back out of retirement, you know. So I'm blessed that I am, and I feel like God gives us everything for a reason and teaches us lessons, and I'm able to help people on a wider, you know, more people, you know. So so I had him, and you know, I got back into a good place, and then I moved out here because I was trying to make it work out with the baby's daddy, but it didn't. You know, he was abusive. He cut my hair. He punched me in the face. Long story. I slipped again. I came back. I was like, okay, I need to build my name out in California. I went to John Lindsay. I'm like, John Lindsay, can I do a guest performance? I'm trying to build my name out here. I moved to California with a baby on my hip and $20 in my pocket. So I started to try to have, I wanted my son to have a father, because my father left us when we were younger. So I gave him the chance. It was either start over in Miami, run the gyms in Tallahassee, or move out here and try to make it work with him. I tried that, didn't. But to make a long story short, I started training a lot of competitors. And so I was always getting in shape with them, because I'd say, let me just show you how easy it is, guys. I'll do it. So I was building my career. I went to John Lindsay. I was like, can I do a guest performance so it can help me build my name? He goes, I don't like fitness. I took you guys out of my show because you guys are liability. I'm like, no, we're not. So John talked him into let me do a guest performance. And during dress rehearsal, I flipped, over rotated, flipped into the trophy table, took out 17 trophies, and broke both of my feet. So yeah, he goes, that's why I told you guys are liability. So
yes,
That's John.
John's old school. Yeah, that's the way a promoter, old school promoter thinks. We used to have the trophies on the stage.
Oh my gosh.
So when I first, you know, with fitness, I was thinking, oh my God, like you're gonna like what, run into the trophies and watch the trophies. So you did it, Jenny.
Yeah, I didn't actually make it because I broke the trophies, and 7 of them were my clients. He goes, we would give you your trophy, but the fitness girls took them out.
Oh,
so yeah, but I ended up breaking my feet too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, then I went and slipped away a little bit, and then I came back, and then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let that take me out. I'm on this. That was 2014, and then I would always be at the national shows and all the shows, and Tim would always see me, and he'd be like, Jen, you need to compete. I'm like, why would I do that? So John gave me the okay to do another guest performance. So I was like, oh, good. This was 4 years later. I was like, okay. So my boyfriend played the piano. He played the piano live, and I did something, you know, little chill routine. And so Tim saw me. He goes, you should compete. I'm like, no. And I was already thinking in the back of my head, why would I do that? No one likes me. All that stuff that happened, that would just be dumb. Everybody would laugh at me. So I was like, he's been telling me this for 3 years, because I always stayed in shape, because that was my new me at 40 something.
Right. I get it.
Getting out of shape and going back in shape. I'm too old for that. So I just
that's a good thing. I like that. That's a good thing. Yeah, we got like, I'm too old for that.
So I found this. This is your comeback, right? 2017 is when you made your comeback, right?
Yeah. So that was actually, my boyfriend was playing the piano. They actually had a piano at the facility I think the Marriott is where it was.
Okay.
So
really?
I was just doing it because Tim said you should do it. So I ended up placing 3rd next to Bethany and Miriam. So I'm like, well, wow. Place 3rd next to the top girls at the Olympia. So I might as well just keep going and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So 17, and then Tim goes, just, you know, make your routine a little more energetic. So, and then at that point I worked on it, and then 17, 18, 19.
That's hard.
20. I was still dealing with my broken feet there, so I couldn't really do much. But
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Jenny, you're crazy. Okay.
So,
I have a question about your broken feet. All right. Because we found this. Is this something that you decided to do to combat being able to jump around on broken feet?
So the reason I got into these is because when I first moved out here, my manager, now my business, she knew of someone that had these boots, and they go, we knew of a perfect instructor for these. And I put them on the first time. We started classes in Venice Beach back in 2012. And I fell in love with them because it took away the impact, because they take away 80% of all impact. So no more impact on my back, no more impact on any of my joints. And then after I broke my feet, I had to come off of them for a while, but because they rotate, there's no impact. So I was able to get back on the cardio once I was able to walk again. And yeah, that's the only form of cardio I can do that still has the intensity level, because you can burn 25 to 50% more calories, and it's fun. And I get to create all the routines. It's like dancing, music.
That's so fun.
So, yeah, it's a blast. So and plus that, because of the rebounding effect, that's why usually you see everybody out there smiling. It causes a happy effect.
Yeah.
We're
So
you're
in Venice.
Sorry, go ahead, Lenda.
You're in Venice. You're in Venice.
We're in Long Beach, but I started in Venice
Beach.
Two people in the class, and now I have up to, like, one class we had 99.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah,
that's so fun. We're into a FemFlex Friday retreat, ladies, and we're gonna do this.
Yes.
And we're gonna track our day. All right.
Yeah. So you guys you're saying feet plural? You broke both feet?
It was four in the right and 4 in the left. And what happened was we had the nationals the next weekend. So what did I do? I didn't come off of them. And we were in Vegas, and I was at the USA's, and I was like, hey guys, I think my feet are broken. They're like, there's no way your feet are broken. You wouldn't be walking. I'm like, no, dude, I really think my feet are broken. So when I got back, I went to the ER. They were like, oh yeah, you got 4 broken feet on this side and 4 on this side. They were like, we're going to have to put you in casts. And I was like, I got to drive. They were like, what do you mean? You can't drive out of here with 2 casts on your feet. I was like, well, it looks like you're not going to be doing that, because I need to drive. So they gave crutches and gave the slings. But of course, I didn't wear them. So I was rolling around the gym, training people in a doctor's chair like this.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can laugh because you know that that's Jenny. I mean, like, this girl, that's her. Like, she doesn't, nothing stops her. It doesn't matter. She can break something, she can continue to go. This is like that. It's funny, but it's real. So that's fun.
Adela, I have a question for you. Okay.
Yes.
You and Jenny have a lot of history together, and I would like to know your fondest memory that you have of you and Jenny from when you two were competing with each other.
I mean, with so many of them, but it's just, I think that the one that took me away was when I saw her winning the Arnold. It's just like that. People don't understand, because I knew then that her emotion, her feeling, when I saw her, that how hard she worked for that, because I've been following her. I started competing in 95, and I'm trying to get my pro card. And I see everybody passing me. I see Jenny, and she's younger than me. And, this girl, and I see her work ethic. And that's one of the main things that people don't understand, especially being a fitness athlete. Like, you got to be obsessed with this in order for you to be able to make it. And you want to find some people that I follow her, like her. Jenny was one of those girls that I follow. I follow Susie. And I like Mandy Blank as well. Like, and I'm looking at this girl, and I'm like, man, I want to be like them. And when Jenny won that Arnold, and I see Arnold giving her that award, I'm like, wow, that's going to be me. And, it's like the way that she trained, just her mentality. That's what I needed to do in order for me to be able to experience what she experienced that time. And it's just incredible. So, not only that, it's just like Jenny was fun, and she just very, she's hard. She just worked hard, and she will go and do her cardio, and she doesn't care. She was sweaty at the GNC booth when we worked together. It's like she got to do what she got to do, and there was no excuses. And that's one of the things that I miss about the sport. Like we just, we just make things happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess we would get back to, you asked me, what is it that you think should the people get in their heads? Like you got to be, what keeps me going now is, we all want to win, right? But like, it's a sport. People like oranges, people like apples. You just have to know, like, it's not the end of the world. Get out of your head. Like I tell my competitors, like, get over yourself. You didn't win. Oh, well. Oh, fuck. Were you the best you could be? You feel like you could be better. So stop trying to beat that person and worry about just being the best you can be. And that way, like, people are like, how long are you going to do this for? I'm like, because not to do it. I don't know. My son's like, are you going to retire now? You won Olympia? You're done with this. I'm like, it keeps me in a good place. It keeps my clients motivated. As long as my body can handle it, I'm over the point when I'm young. I should have won. No, maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe you should just keep trying to be better, So I see a lot of it. It's like bad sportsmanship. And you're just like, wow. Especially now with all these new divisions, it's like, so like, remember back in the day when we had to dress up to the press conference?
Yes.
It was like, wow, this is the athletes that made it. Now you look at the list, there's 167 men's physique. Like, how do you cycle through that and judge that? So it's like, just do it for you and do it knowing that you can be better. And they just didn't like apples for the day. I'm sorry, it wasn't your day. They didn't like they were like oranges. It's nothing wrong with apples, but like you weren't they didn't like apples for the day. They wanted to have the oranges.
You remember when Ronnie said that about, just like, well, I like apple, maybe Susie like oranges. At the press conference.
Who said that, Ronnie?
Ronnie was, he goes like, well,
I
like apple and Susie like oranges. And we're like, okay, Ronnie.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
I mean,
this is Adela right here.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at me.
Oh, wow.
That's next to Melissa, Claudia Kinska. Melissa Fabriel.
Yep, look at the guys in suits.
Yes.
Suits, yes. And the girls, we had to dress up. Absolutely.
Remember the stage?
Look at this. Look at look at the suit.
How much
material?
How much material it took.
That's a lot of fabric went into that physique right there.
How did they find suits that fit these guys? Wow.
Look at Ronnie. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But
wow.
And then I can see over there, I see Dennis James right there. But here's the thing I want to point out too. And people, I mean, we all have this conversation. We're mature here. And I think about the athletes that competed during our time, right? And the ones that are still here.
Yeah.
Like the ones that had good attitudes and the ones that they're still here. So when I see an athlete today and they're a whiner and they're and I just look and think, you got like 4 years, maybe, and you have to, and this is why I say that it's so important to really participate in this industry in different ways. You know what I mean? We all have, when you're a professional, you have
you're the queen of that.
Can contribute. And when you think that, because back in the day with us, like the Jantana, we didn't have many shows to compete in.
Yeah.
How many shows did we have? Like we had the Jantana, Arnold. You had to be invited to the Arnold, and then they think that all these shows are just, I'm like, guys, this didn't exist in the past.
Yeah. And not only that, back in the days, I remember my first year as a pro, and Jenny too, I did 13 shows as a fitness competitor with 4 rounds. 13 shows, because we were representing. We didn't wait around and see who was competing. We want to stand next to the big names. I want to compete with Jenny. I want to compete with Susie. I want to compete with Tamea. Like that was back in the days, and now it's like we see this number. We have more shows, and we don't even see the people showing. So,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm.
it's just like, it's just a different attitude. I think as we, like you're right, Linda, that depending how, what you do, how you feel, the attitude that you have towards the sport is going to
Mhm,
make you, and it's going to keep you in it. And
mhm.
back in the days, Jenny and I remember we were talking like, we don't care with the Olympia where they have it. I think at one point they were discussing like they didn't know where they're gonna have it. We're like, they can have it in the parking lot. We're still gonna compete. we
I
don't
believe
care what.
that.
Yeah, we're still gonna be there. Like it doesn't matter where they have it, where they have it, prize money or not. We'll be
That's
there.
right. That's right. That's
Linda's
right.
like, that's right. That's right.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, we've had this conversation about even the prize money. Like everybody's talking about the prize money, you know, earlier in the year, and then they were talking. Now we're talking about the qualification system that they put in place for good reasons to make the
Yes.
sport better. But I always say to like as an amateur, it wasn't about the trophy really.
Mm-mm.
It was the experience, the journey. And then, you know, when I won the Olympia, and it was about the, you know, money would come and play, but it still wasn't really about the money. I think the only one time for me it was about money, and that's when I lost the Olympia. I was six times Miss Olympia, and I lost my seventh attempt. And then when I got the check and all that, I didn't even care. But when I went to the bank like a week later to deposit it, I was like, "Oh my God!" Then I realized, "Oh, what is this?" Well, other than that, I never really cared. I didn't care.
Like it doesn't even
Oh my
pay for
God.
what it costs to get there, really.
You said what?
I was like, people were like, oh my God, you want money? I was like, honestly, I spent more just to get there, but it's not
Yeah.
about the money. It's literally just for the love of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And when I
Yeah.
switched over to fitness, my mom was like, man, you just went from one sport that doesn't pay to the next, like from gymnastics. Yeah. I'm like, but I love it, you know? So, yeah. So, you know, you do it for the love of the sport, right? And it's like, you fall in love with it. And like, look, I'm still doing it at 48 because I
Yeah,
love it so much. And I have stage fright. I pass out before stage. Remember that one time at the Jantana? I was like, just eat lettuce. So like, yeah, I still have stage fright. I'm throwing up the day before this time. Like so stuff happens. But I think it's just like for the love of the sport, you know? And I try to tell the girls now, like, stop and take pictures. I wish I would have told my future self this. I said, your future self will thank you when you stop being so mad about what happened and just enjoy the moment. Because it's not going to last forever. I mean, you know, my day's coming to an end too, or I'm at 60 still doing it. I don't know. God
She doesn't know. She's like,
I wanted to ask you, Jenny, when you decided to come back, did you feel it was hard because you were gone for so long and then starting all over again, practicing routines?
Well, I was already doing all the silks. Like everything I've
Okay.
always done is because I like to do stuff to stay active. So the silks, and I was jumping, and I was always doing handstands somewhere. So like, because it's my lifestyle, you know, and it's what keeps me in shape. It was easy because I was already in it. I was already training with my competitors at the time. My boyfriend, he was a competitor, and he used to bitch. I'm like, let me just do this with you because like you're whining and bitching and complaining about something that's stupid. Like it's not. You want to get broccoli? Let's do that. You want to get in shape? You want to abs? So it was just I just stayed in it, right? And because of the fact that it's so easy, and as you get older and you have kids and like you're in it, it's now you're thinking about your insides. Like, what am I going to do if I start eating bad again? We're talking about diabetes. We're talking about, you know, we're dealing with other stuff that before it didn't show up, you know? So, you know, and I'm at risk at other things because after the Tampa 1 year, I ate so many donuts, I put myself pre-diabetic. And the doctor was like, what did you? I was like, but I only ate 3 dozen donuts. And my niece was timing because you ate them in 21 minutes. I was like, why are you timing me?
nonchalant. She's like, it's just 3 dozen donuts in 20 minutes.
21
Why are you
minutes.
keeping track? Why are you timing it? Hello, is that not normal?
Yeah, that's just so messed up because we're like, you know, I don't know, man. Like you talking about vertigo. Like I have vertigo too. And that's crazy. Like it's instead of 40, it's not instead of 45 plus.
Yeah, I think so. That's around when mine started coming.
Honestly, like vertigo. Then I ended up in the hospital with a thing in my stomach. They had to cut me open. And I decided to take my implants out. I'm like, it's like, what is going on?
I'm falling apart. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I get you. So whenever now it's like people see me, oh, you look lean. It's like, do you eat bad? And I'm like, I can't afford to eat anything that is not good because I don't have time to try to do cardio and get in shape. So
Yeah.
I will say that is one thing, like as I've gotten older, dieting is actually easier. And it's a combination of things. I feel like, when you're really young, like when you're in your 20s and stuff like that, your hormones are racing. And that's when I had the craziest cravings. I wanted everything under the sun, like cake, cookies, pizza, whatever. Like I could never get enough. I could eat like 3 big pieces of cake and it was still not enough.
Right.
And then like as you get older, you're just, I don't know. I think maybe your hormones are not raving as much, but then also you start to realize the consequences of your actions too.
Yeah.
Like something like, that's gonna give me heartburn. Oh,
yeah.
That pizza and I'm gonna be done.
So everyone watching, all you youngins, okay, just know there's something to look forward to. Dieting gets easier as you get older.
Yes.
Yeah, and then when you like me, I get hot and I get cold. So we got menopause going too. So it's all good. It's so good. Just look forward. Just enjoy being young. But the main thing is enjoy the sport. Enjoy what you're doing. Just like it's something. It's just so much fun. I wish I was competing again. Wendy asked me like, when are you gonna do a comeback to? I said never. I tried once.
I didn't even hesitate.
One, like my butt, Jenny, I gotta say something. Your butt, girl, wow.
I know.
Still like your butt. I was like, look at her butt. Is that an old picture? Is that a new picture?
There's a lot of treatments involved in this.
Tell me, girl, because I need to know. Your butt looks better now.
I'm pulling it up. Don't worry. Everyone watching that wants to see her butt, don't worry. It's coming.
Girl.
Yeah, you really did. Really?
What kind of treatment? We need to know.
So I do skin tightening treatments. Okay. I have a EMS. So back after my back, I saw an info commercial one night. It's like, you could use this at the park. So it's EMS training and it zaps it. So I do a full blown workout with it on. So I do that. And then I do that like 4 days a week when I'm in training because I can't go heavy anymore. And the T-shaped hamstrings treatments. So it zaps your hamstrings and it zaps your butt. So you can just lay down with it on, but I do a full blown workout with it on. So yeah, but just trying to keep it from going south. It's a lot. Like they don't understand. I think there's more treatment work and
look at that.
Work like that than hardcore training and therapy. I have a red light therapy in my bedroom, a cocoon.
Okay. So Wendy and I love red light therapy.
So. We love us some red light therapy.
I need to get me some of that, Jenny. So one of the reasons why this is, look at this photo. So whenever I thought I was getting ready, I knew for a fact that I couldn't do any explosiveness on my upper body. And I'm like, something is going on with my shoulder. I knew that I messed up my shoulder doing the silks, doing a drop.
Yeah.
So, and then whenever I got my body in shape, I look at my butt and my back and my butt didn't look the same. And that's one of the things as we get older, the legs and the butt, like that it's not perky anymore.
You guys keep saying silks. What's the silks?
The silks, the aerial silks.
Aerial silks.
The aerial silks, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was some of the things that I saw, and I'm like, I'm not gonna embarrass myself. And number two is like, then I figured out, I finally decided to go to the orthopedic surgeon, and I have a massive tear. I need a new shoulder. So it's like it's just not. It's not a. I thought maybe I can do figure, but honestly, it's like I think I did enough. And I'm not going to put my body through anything like that. And there's other girls there that have the power. And I think like that, but Jenny, I need to talk to you privately because I need to get some. See, like I cannot do that stuff anymore.
Mhm.
I think that I cannot like.
And that I think all like as we watch your routine, Adela,
Look
like
at
our
her.
stories are all different, our journeys are different, all of the women in this industry. And Adela and myself, we win, 8 Olympias. Well, after that, it's like there's nothing more for us to prove. So then our challenge and our journey is to try to find a way to still participate, to come off of that high of those 8s and try to transition and show back up and be here where we are today. But then some journeys are what we hear with you, Jenny, where you didn't win the Olympia back in the early mid 90s when you first started. You didn't win it when you know what I mean? Your story's your story. And so you contribute in a way that's so amazing. It's just as marvelous as winning 8 Miss Olympias. The fact that you're 48 years of age, you're having a conversation to the women out there. Hey, I had a baby. I came back from that. I went through the whole thing with the drama of the Craig Titus and that whole energy of all of that. And you survived and you're here. So I think that's where each athlete, each of us have to know that we have something. You have something special. If you can just stick around long enough and not let second place or fifth place upset you, or, I should have won the Olympia. Well, you didn't. You know what I mean? And there's a reason if you can hang around long enough to see what that is.
That's the Jenny right there doing her dancing.
Yeah.
Yay!
I know.
Yeah, girl. So you're getting ready for the Olympia now, right?
Yeah, I am.
What are we gonna see? Tell us about it.
Well, I'm gonna do the same routine and try to maybe make it could have been a little more fluent. I fell in the beginning and just maybe add a couple more things in there, but just like try to show up and hopefully, I do good and I can do something. We always want to do in the top 5. We always want to place good, but you're dealing with the young girls. We're dealing with these girls that have crazy moves these days, but like, what is fitness? Is it a gymnastics routine? Is it strength, flexibility? Is it a combination of everything? So it's just like, what shows up for the day? What do they want to see? What do they like? So, and you just hope you show up good, because the body is 25% now. And so I don't have the biggest back because I can't train the way I used to. So, I have a messed up shoulder, so I'm trying to even it out, but like just trying to be the best I can, and hopefully I have a good performance that day, and they like what they see. Because
the one thing I'm going to tell you is the one thing I was told too was that for the fitness girls, that there's always our physique. That's why I think for figure it's just a little bit harder. But for fitness, we have so many different injuries that I don't think that even you mentioning looking at your back post, I can't even tell. Back, I think when you came back, yes, but not now. Like your body looks beautiful. So yes. So whatever you're doing, girl, you're looking incredible. So
you look incredible.
Yes.
You look incredible. All right, guys. Well, this has been really a lot of fun, Jenny.
Yes.
A lot of fun, just so informative, and we're so proud of you for what you've accomplished, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Las Vegas on the Olympia stage. Congratulations, Jenny Worth, Ms. Olympia Masters Fitness 2025 champion. And with that, let's all say goodbye.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Really fast, Jenny, before we say goodbye, how many Olympias is this for you?
This is going to be my 9th Olympia with 2 Masters. So 11.
Wow. Incredible.
Oh
so
thank you, Jenny. Last word. You want to share with the fans?
Me?
Last word?
Yes. Last word, girl.
Last word, Jenny.
All you people.
Guys, thank you for following me throughout these years. I hope you guys see you guys at the Olympia. You got to come out to Genergy Jump class if you're in Southern California, okay? and I'm going to be starting the next challenge. And I talked to to JM about having my own show because I wanted to carry on my tradition. But unfortunately, there's no available spots in Southern California. So we'll see what they have to offer anywhere else. Because I'm trying to be like you two ladies.
Yeah, let's do it, girl. Yes.
Love you.